Hello, Namaste. This is the Early Days Episode 2. The Early Days is a show where we study about the greatest world's businesses and we learn lessons from there. So today we are picking up Este Lauder. Este Lauder is a story of a woman who started from making face creams at home, to building an empire, a global empire worth $5 billion. This is a story of passion, persistence, and obsession. Reading the book, it amazed me again and again that how obsessed, how passionate a person can be with his own business. Estee basically, she says that when you do a business, you have to marry a business. It's not an affair. It's not a friendship. You have to marry a business. You basically eat business, sleep business, walk business. That's how involved you are in your business, and that's when it becomes like one of the world's biggest beauty and cosmetic company. A lot of you might not have heard of Estee Lauder, maybe because I think in India their presence is not that huge. But actually, there's this brand Clinique, which is by this company Estee Lauder, and this you would have seen and heard. They have a Clinique store in India in all the malls. For the females here, I'm sure you have heard about Estee and Clinique both. For the men here, if you have not heard, this is the third biggest global cosmetics and makeup company, and your wives and your daughter-in-laws would definitely know about it. This lady, Estee, when she started, वो घर में creams बनाती थी. Uh, from there, when she died, she was among the richest 300 people, and her company was like a global empire, like we've already discussed. What we'll do in this episode is we'll just talk about her journey. And as we discuss her journey, her life journey, what she did, how they grew, we will discuss the strategies along with that. So starting very early, Estee says that at age 8, जब वो 8 साल की थी, तभी से ही she was sort of obsessed with अपने घर में जितने भी लोग थे उनके बाल कोम करना, उनकी स्किन टच करना, उनके क्रीम लगाते रहना, एंड देखना कि अच्छा फेस उनका ठीक हुआ, कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड किया. मतलब शुरू से ही उनको शी वॉज ऑब्सेस्ड विद ब्यूटी, शी वॉज ऑब्सेस्ड विद फैशन, शी लव्ड फैब्रिक्स. So she realized at the age of 12 only, she says that she had a feeling that she really has an exceptional passion for beauty and fashion, and she did wonder that she would go into this business line. At the age of 12, she met her Uncle John, as I say, and Uncle John was a skin specialist. So he mentored Estee, and he used to make creams in his lab. लैब क्या, उनके घर के बाहर उन्होंने एक एरिया सा डेजिग्नेट कर लिया था जहाँ पे वो गैस पे ये क्रीम्स बनाते थे, एंड एस्टे लर्न फ्रॉम हिम. वो स्कूल से आती थी, स्कूल से आते ही दैट्स ऑल शी यूज्ड टू डू डे एंड नाइट, एंड दैट्स हाउ शी लर्न हाउ टू मेक दीज क्रीम्स दैट हेल्प योर स्किन गेट बेटर. वो ये क्रीम्स बनाती थी और वो साथ साथ ही अपने स्कूल में अपने फ्रेंड्स के फ्रेंड्स सबको इनकी स्किन कैसी है उसके हिसाब से शी वुड अप्लाई क्रीम, शी वुड गिव दैट सैंपल टू हर कि अच्छा ठीक है यूज करो, देखो क्या है. एंड दिस इज एज 12, वी आर स्टिल टॉकिंग अबाउट व्हेन एस्टे वाज इन स्कूल. And she started becoming popular among her friends ki, okay, her creams work and all that, and there was a word spreading around about Estee ki, okay, she knows this stuff. In 1930, so Estee was born in 1908. So about when she was 22 years old, she got married. She had a son, and she started taking care of her family. But she was not officially in business, but even while she was taking care of her family, she used to keep making creams at her home. She used to keep improving on them. She used to keep trying on her and other people ki how are they helping, could they be made better, and she apparently made them better and better when she couldn't do business outside, but she was at home taking care of the family. One thing she would do is she would go to salons, and salons में क्या होता था कि so there used to be a lot of ladies, and already mood क्या होता था कि हम अपना स्किन केयर एंड हेयर केयर के लिए सलोन में आए हुए हैं. एंड सो पहले जब बाल ड्राई करते थे तो अपेरेंटली एक इक्विपमेंट के नीचे बैठ जाते थे आधा पौना घंटा के लिए, एंड यू वुड जस्ट सिट एंड बाल ड्राई हो रहे हैं, यू वुड बी टॉक टू हियर देयर. अभी जैसे हम ब्लो ड्राई करते हैं वैसा नहीं होता, पहले थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट था. सो बेसिकली लेडीज वुड बी सिटिंग एंड दे वुड हैव टाइम. Estee, when ladies would be in this position, their बाल सूख रहे हैं और बैठे हैं, एस्टे उस समय उनका मेकअप करती थी कि आप बैठे हुए हैं तो मैं आपका मेकअप कर देती हूँ, इफ यू लाइक इट गुड, इफ यू डोंट लाइक इट इट्स ओके, बट यू विल रियली लाइक इट. And at that time, she would do her makeup, and by the time the lady would be ready to get up, Estee would have been done. Estee anyway used to take, I think, 7-8 minutes in this whole routine. And the lady would see her face and she'd be like, "Oh, I like it." And she would buy a couple of products. If not, then Estee would give her samples. Just try it out. That's how her word spread. Right now, she's doing nothing other than this. She's making creams at home. She's going to salons because it's the right atmosphere for these kind of products. And she's talking to ladies there and giving them live demos. Gradually, with this, what happened? People started to know her for these products. Apparently, her products were very good. Estee says that she was extremely confident about the effectiveness of her skincare products. She had 4 products. It was not very complicated. She had simple 4 products, and she just worked on excelling those 4 products. And apparently, they were very, very useful. And people used to come back for those products. People used to tell other people that these are the products that this Estee has, and they're really good. She made friends with these women in the salon. वो उनको घर बुला लेती थी कि आ जाओ, मैं beauty lessons दूंगी. I'll tell you how to do makeup, how to apply skincare, and that's how she created her own circle of people interested in such stuff, interested in beauty and makeup, and friends. She started socializing. She started meeting people. She was a what we say a party bird, uh, a social bird. She used to love meeting people, talking to them. She was very energetic with people, so she could do that without getting tired. Then one day, जिस salon में वो जाती थी और बातें करती थी and all, वहीं पे जो salon की जो owner थी, she said, "Estee, I see your product's doing well. Why don't you give me a demo?" She said, "Very well, I would love to." So she came there, and which is Mrs. Moore salon की owner का नाम था, and she was busy in something. So she said, "Estee, products छोड़ दो, I'll have a look later." First insight here about this thing. Estee was like, never leave your samples like that. Give a live demo. That is the most effective way to selling. And Estee was a very aggressive seller. So abhi to business officially start nahi hua hai, but Estee believed that even if you have the best product in the world, you have to sell it aggressively. So she said, "Mrs. Moore, it will just take a few minutes. Let me do the makeup myself." Mrs. Moore again said, "I'm not really, I don't really have time." But Estee insisted, and she just, ho gaya, makeup kiya. Mrs. Moore liked it there and then, and she said, "Okay, you know what, Estee? Why don't you open a small counter in my salon where you can display your products and sell? My customers would also like that." This was like the first step towards a dream. Estee was too happy to say anything. She was like, "Yes." So this is the first small start, first small beginning of this empire that becomes the third, the top, one of the top companies of the world. So she took a small corner in that salon. उन्होंने वहाँ पे अपने products रखे, वो वहाँ पे खड़ी होती थी, and she started standing there. वहीं से then again customers जो भी आते थे उनको product सिखाना, कोई भी customers थोड़ा सा भी अगर inclination दिखाता था तो उसको makeup करना. So ये वो बहुत ये उनका basically एक principle था. All these time when she was trying to build a following for her products and reputation, even later actually. कोई भी है, किसी ने थोड़ा सा भी इंटरेस्ट दिखाया, नहीं भी दिखाया, शी कुड परसुएट, वो मेकअप करती थी. सबसे पहले वो मेकअप, उनका पैक वगैरह जो भी था, इट यूज्ड टू बी लाइक 5 minutes, 4-5 minutes. She would show her to that. When the woman would like it, she would herself ask, अच्छा ठीक है, ये products आप मुझे दे दो and all that. And another thing that Estee started, which at that time nobody was doing, right now although a lot of companies are doing, is giving samples. So Estee अपने products को छोटे 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 pouches में, jars में जो भी मिलता था उसमें रख लेती थी. And कोई भी है, उसको वो प्रोडक्ट अच्छा लगा पर उसने नहीं खरीदा तो उसको सैंपल दे दिया, या उसको प्रोडक्ट अच्छा लगा, उसने कुछ चीजें खरीदी, कुछ चीजें नहीं खरीदी, जो नहीं खरीदी उसका सैंपल दे दिया कि आप जाओ घर में तसल्ली से ट्राई करना. सो this was a basic principle, this was a basic way Estee lived at that time, कि जो भी मिल रहा है, जहां भी मिल रहा है. और अभी तो खैर वो सलोन में खड़ी थी. उसके अदरवाइज उसके अलावा भी वो ट्रेन्स में जाती थी, लिफ्ट्स में, स्विमिंग पूल, पार्टी, कहीं भी वो जाती थी. अपने सलोन के अलावा भी, सलोन में तो वो करती ही थी, वो कहीं भी जाती थी. वो इवन वेकेशंस पे भी, शी यूज्ड टू टेक वर्किंग वेकेशंस, तो वो कहीं भी जाती थी, शी वुड स्टार्ट गिविंग ब्यूटी लेसन्स, ऐसे करना चाहिए, ऐसे करना चाहिए, एंड शी वुड गिव डेमोज ऑफ मेकअप, लाइव डेमोज में. एस्टे वाज अ वेरी वेरी फर्म बिलीवर. she would say कि you have to give a live demo for that person to get convinced what the product is about. And आप मानेंगे, she would, her average was to touch, like, uh, make up a live demo of average 50 faces a day. आप सोचिए वो कितना कितना कंटिन्यूसली ये करती होंगी कि वो कोई भी कहीं मिल रहा है उसको कन्विंस करना, 50 मेकअप्स अ डे करना, 50 डेमोज अ डे देना. Like I said, it's a story of obsession and passion. So that was a routine. कहीं भी जाना, लोगों से मिलना, लोगों से बातें करना, लोगों से ब्यूटी के बारे में बातें करना, उनके बारे में जानना. शी वॉज अ प्रो एट क्रिएटिंग रिलेशनशिप्स. उनको लाइव डेमोज देना, फिर उसके बाद उनको सैंपल्स देना. इसको वो अपना टेल अ वुमन कैंपेन भी बताती थी. तो आप जितना सैंपल्स दोगे, जितने लाइव डेमोज करोगे, वो लोग और आगे 5 लोगों को बताएंगे, वो लोग और आगे बताएंगे, एंड दैट इज हाउ द वर्ड वुड स्प्रेड. Now what happened? She started becoming popular in the salon. People started talking about her because if you're touching so many people's lives, people would definitely be talking about you. And she started getting offer from more salons कि आप हमारे counter setup करो. Our customers are demanding your products. We have come to hear about them. हमारे counter setup करो. So उनको ऐसे पहला offer आया, and then she started the search for a saleswoman. कैसे उन्होंने सेल्स वुमेन हायर करी अपने फर्स्ट काउंटर के लिए, या आगे भी जाके वो कैसे करती थी. She would train her, she would show her ki, see, this is how I am doing. She would train her, and then she would leave them in the field or with the customers ki aap karo. And if she would like it, she would hire, otherwise she won't. About 40 saleswomen she used to interview to select one person. That was how finicky she was about hiring the best salesperson. So this is how she started expanding into salons, starting with small counters in various salons, where her saleswoman, she would demo products, would sell products, would give samples, would interact with people, tell them about their products. So this kept happening for a long, long time. So like you're seeing, the routine here is she would talk to a lot of people, makeup, demos, saleswomen in different salon counters, and selling product from there. More than the selling, spreading word about the product, about skincare, about beauty. Finally, when things started growing, and there were a bit of personal problems also, which I'm not dipping into. But finally, आगे जाके, then she and her husband together, they said कि let's turn into a business. ऐसा लग रहा है कि इसमें कुछ है. And at that time, we are talking about 1930s, 1940s, beauty was also picking up as an industry. And there was a lot of competition because of that. So then they thought, let us open a store at Saks Fifth Avenue.